Hey guys, this is Cam from Valkyrie Airsoft, and today we're going to go over my helmet setup. So starting out, this is an Emerson helmet with the Navy SEAL color, and we also have a Emerson helmet cover as well. Okay. Now we're going to start from the front, and we're going to work to the back. Okay. So the front, we actually have the goggles here are going to be the Zulu Vulcan tactical goggles here, and a lot of people on the team like to run the Oakley M frames as well here. It's just your personal preference. A lot of times you're going to get fogging issues, so you got to look at what's going to happen and what your preference is. Now for the bottom, I don't like to get shot in the mouth. I know everybody's heard of getting your teeth shot and all that kind of stuff. Not fun. So what I like to do is I like to wear a metal mesh. This is something from China, or you can get it from Emerson. There's a lot of different makes and models. And I think there's even some newer ones that have a little bit more padding on the side. But what this is I've modified it now to basically clip into the side here, so you can actually unclip it, and then it just hangs on on the side of your helmet, and then you can just reattach it there. We actually will probably do another video on just how to do that modification. Now, as far as working from the front, we have this Rhino Mount. This allows the user to use any kind of PVS 14s or any nods that you have, as well as a Wilcox retention strap here. Now this is great for your PVS 14s or any kind of night vision that you might have, to make sure that they don't go anywhere, just in case if one of the buttons gets pressed when you're out during the nighttime or in the woods, and your PVS falls off. Well, you have this strap here to kind of keep it close by. Now the next thing is we have this SureFire HLA model helmet light. This is actually for the MiG 2000 helmets, but what I've done is basically screwed it into the front. Now there is 3 different modes here. You have your blue color, and then you have your white color light, and then as well as a strobe function for the IR, which is on the side here. Now the colors. Okay guys, moving on from the HLA SureFire here, we're going to go ahead and discuss what you're going to use for maybe taking videos. Our team likes to run the Contours. This is going to be the Contour 2, and then the Contour 3 is pretty good as well. I would probably stay away from the first generation Contour. And then you can also take off this Rhino Mount here for your GoPros. So a lot of people like to use the brain exploder and do like that inverse part, flip the brain exploder mount around. That way that the GoPro sits lower to the face, so it's more of a one-person view, first-person view. So that's kind of the front and what we use for our videoing. And then on the other side, you have some more real estate here for Velcro, so patches, etc. I have this nice Yippee-ki-yay patch right here that I got from eBay or something. And then on the front, on the top of this, I looked up a YouTube video, do-it-yourself video, which you guys can as well. I ordered some retention straps that you can probably get with the helmet, but if it doesn't come with the helmet, just go ahead and get some retention straps, and go ahead and drill some holes, and then kind of play around with how you want the look of this mesh webbing on the top. It's really nice to have maybe an MS2000 strobe to be on the top, or maybe even a Manta strobe, which I have here. It's a FMA Manta strobe, but it's just really nice for any kind of accessories to put on the top of your helmet. I'd recommend definitely doing that. Now, being at the top of the helmet, this is the FMA Manta strobe, and maybe it's like 30 bucks. But what you do is you put a CR battery in the inside, and you press the back part. There's a little button, turns on, you'll hear it vibrate, and then you'll just kind of double click with using your fingers here. And I got the red here, so then every time when I'm dead or down, especially at nighttime, that the enemies know that I'm dead. And then my team also knows that, hey, we got to get this guy up. So there's actually 4 functions here. You click it again, it goes a little bit quicker, and then even quicker, and even quicker. So that's the fourth function there, and then you can just turn it off by clicking the button in the back. The other thing is for another light that I use, this is more for a reading light. This is good for maps and that sort of thing, is the Night Evolutions rail mounted light here. And it's the same thing as far as you click the side of it, and then it has a couple features as far as brightness. I think I have red on here as well. Let's see here. So there's actually a night vision, or sorry, not night vision, but an IR feature on it. So you click it again and it should be on IR, but then if you hold it down, you're actually going to get red here. So let me see if I can do this here. Oh, well, for some reason it's not really working here. But anyways, so there's a red feature on there. Oh, got it. Perfect. So you hold it down, you get your red feature. This is good for reading maps and that sort of thing. So it's a lot of lights on here. The previous helmet video that we did on this helmet, we actually got some comments like, man, that's a light show right there and stuff like that. But they have their purposes, and you want to look kind of tactical as well. So I definitely get compliments on this. Maybe it's a little excessive, but I like to be a little excessive. You'll see on my guns in a future video kind of exactly what that means. So working to the back here, we have an Emerson counterweight pouch here. This is great because my Comtacs, my Peltor 3s, actually have they're for dual radios. So when I'm not using dual radios, I like to store some of the extra wires and the counterweight pouch back here. And you can also store extra batteries for your GoPro and maybe other batteries for your guns, that sort of thing. So it's really nice to have that on the back, and it kind of balances out the helmet. There's also an MS-2000 strobe here. This is for IR. No one really uses this a whole lot because this is obviously for aerial purposes, but it's just cool to look at and that sort of thing. So again, just kind of looking at the communication purposes for the helmet. These are really nice, but they're about $350, maybe $400, just depends on where you get them from. But these are the Comtac Peltor 3s. They have really nice gel pads. They're super comfortable. You can hear pretty much any animal life around you, wildlife, any kind of leaves crinkling around you, maybe somebody stepping on leaves. Has the amplification feature on the side here. So they're just super nice. It's a super nice communication piece of equipment. Those will actually go into the Kenwood push-to-talks, but you always should go with the amped modified push-to-talks, because if you just put the Kenwood push-to-talk into the Baofeng, you're not going to get really good sound quality out of the real steel Comtacs. Even with the Z-Tac knockoff Comtacs that you get for like maybe $70 or something, those actually still have issues where you have to kind of modify them yourself to make them work. So post in the comments below if you have any questions or concerns about the headgear as well as the ear pro and that sort of thing, because that is something where a lot of people get kind of caught up on, and they really can't find the really good ear pro to listen to their teammates. So with that said, that's pretty much it. This whole build here cost me probably $1,200 maybe to set up, but of course you can get even more. A lot of this is repro, except for maybe the SureFire here in the front and the Comtacs. So I mean, it can go up from there, but you don't always have to spend this much. If you're going to get into an entry-level airsofter, then I would recommend getting a helmet, because it saves you from maybe falling and cracking your head open or something, especially at a larger event, and then just twigs and sticks hitting your head as you're going through brush. But you definitely don't have to put everything on. So if you have any questions or concerns, comment down below, and we'll definitely get back to you. Thank you. What else do you want me to do?
Alright guys, if you enjoyed that video, show that subscribe button a little bit of love, click that bell, and we have more gameplay footage down here, and we'll see you next time.